What's up, everyone? It's Wednesday. What's today's date? It's Wednesday, July 26th. Today, let's see, actually, I'm just gonna grab it from Twitter here. Today, a while back, I made an illustration of our fucking jackass in chief in Dr. Robotnik's flying vehicle thing. Because, like Dr. Robotnik, Donald Trump is a huge piece of shit. So, today we are going to make a Trump in Bowser's ridiculous clown car. Clowncopter. And his clowncopter is what we're going to be doing today. So, I was trying to decide whether I keep... if I keep the illustration that I already did of him and like alter it slightly to give him Bowser's shell, I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then make the stupid clown thing. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Because Jesus Christ, I don't think I can stand looking at a photo of him again to emulate his likeness all over. I don't. It's the worst part about making Trump-centric illustrations is having to look at his ugly ass face. So someone on Twitter said, for what it's worth, Koopa means turd in Polish. So yeah, you know what, Pete? That's a good... Let's see. Is there... Let's see. Super Mario World Bowser sprite sheet. Let's see what all these frames look like. Nope, not found. Great. Broken links on the internet, everyone. Oh my god. Yeah, I am using ad blocker, and I'm gonna keep using ad blocker. Your site doesn't even work. Why would I not use ad blocker? Fix your shit. Good lord, man. Fix your shit. Alright, let's see here. Let's see, this is a sprite sheet. Okay, and this has the different propellers. I like his one pupil bigger than the other, giving Bowser a little concussion there. Yeah, I'm gonna give his dumbass a Bowser shell and go from there. Let's see. Did that copy in here? I don't feel like it did. Sometimes things get copied and they get put in weird positions. All right, so his clown vehicle cries when it gets hit. That's weird. The clown is alive? I don't like that. It's like Cars. All right. So Bowser Trump. I've put this in my fuck Trump folder. Bowser Trump. Sometimes stuff like this is stuff like this is therapeutic. And it's like, sometimes I'm like, is this a waste of time? But then I feel like anything that serves to undermine his authority is not a waste of time. Okay, so got these sprite sheets. What's up, Kimsey? Joel, nothing. You can subscribe. You can subscribe now. Nothing's holding you back anymore. The gates are open. Okay, so let's see here. Get rid of all these. All right, so we're gonna give him a Bowser shell because it's what he deserves. Oh, we'll make a clipping mask of this thing. Sorry, Robotnik, you are no longer necessary. I noticed recently the N on my keyboard is, the shape is breaking. It's like getting all, like the black paint, I guess, is coming off. So my N looks real blobby. Alright, let's see. What is all this stuff? How is everyone today? How are you all doing today? Did you have a good weekend? I don't think I've talked with you since the weekend. Nothing has happened since the weekend. Since this weekend, what did I do? I spent an obscene amount of time playing Diablo 3. And I regret nothing. Alright, so let's see how big these are. 4 pixels. So we'll change our keyboard increment to 4 pixels. And maybe we'll change it to 3. Change it to 3, and this way it'll still like align to the grid and won't skip grids like it sometimes does. I'm glad that you're enjoying Splatoon. Splatoon. Yeah, I'm a big believer. You know, there are some people that they're like, oh, but it's nice outside. How could you spend your day inside playing video games? And it's like, hey, it's what I like to do. It's what I enjoy doing. If I'm spending my time in a way that I enjoy, then it is not wasted time to me. So get out of here with your judgment. Don't want it. Don't need it. Just go do your stupid outdoor things and let me do my cool indoor things, huh? Nest. Wait. They had those Nest Classics in bundles? What do you say? It's the first time I've heard about this. Should I adapt it to use Bowser's palette? No, because I can't. Although it is a lot of orange. Let's see here. I mean, it's using the palette, and it is very orange. See, Peach has some pink in her dress over here that we might be able to use. This is the collective call from a majority of America. Let's see here. I don't know if it works quite as well. I think we're just gonna break from the palette a little bit. The Sonic one was pretty on point as far as keeping with Sonic's, or I guess the Genesis palette, but we're gonna break with this one for a little bit. Take a few artistic liberties. The shell might not work at all, but you know what? We'll never know unless we try it. Select same fill color. It's a trick that I use a lot. Sometimes I'm never sure how much I should be talking through what I'm working on, or what the steps that I take to get to a point, because I feel like for some of you, you've seen me do these things so many times at this point that it is like redundant for me to call it out. But some of you might just be joining, so what do I know? I don't know if I should put a shell on them. What do you all think? What do you all vote here? In the meantime, I'm going to start making his clown car. Let's see, how big was... God, these things are like basically the same shape. Okay, so instead of starting from scratch, let's just delete all this stuff that's on the outside of this here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So delete all this stuff. Well, flip this stuff. We will bump it down a few because he has this like top lip. Hey, fatty lumps. Okay, so this is not quite as circular as I thought. And first, the thing that I hate most in pixel art is trying to make circles. I hate it. Little circles are fine, but like big circles like this are a pain in the ass. You know what? Let's cheat. Let's see. Pixel art circle. People say, Alex, how do you learn how to make these things? And the answer is with Google. It is nothing fancy. I Google shit and figure it out. That's pretty good. That looks like it would not be fun to make. But they made it. They made it well. Let's see. See, circles like this are no big deal. But big circles are no good. No good, big circle. Big circle, bad. Very bad. Oh, here, let's just mimic what they got here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. More or less. Let's see, then those buttholes do a black outline here that you can't see. I am excited this weekend, or on Friday, the students that I had in class last summer are having their senior show, and I get to go see my students. Why am I? This is just not. I am fucking this up real bad. Students are having their final show, and I will get to go and see all their work, and that makes me happy. I don't understand how this works. Well, maybe that. You know, I deserve that. I'm messing up the circle real bad. Real bad. Hey, you guys messing up the circle real bad. Why can't I make this circle? What have I done? Here, let's put the other side on it. See if that fixes things up. Deeply embarrassed by circle. That's a little better. I mean, it's kind of ovalish. If we make a circle in this, can I just cheat and just get rid of a thing in here? You know what? I'm gonna call that acceptable. That's an acceptable. It's an acceptable circle. It is not a perfect circle, like the band. You get it? I mean, that was a band reference, you guys. Sometimes it just takes a while to get to the circle. You have to find the circle in the pixels. It's like sculpting something out of stone. You have to find the object in the stone. And sometimes you have to find the Koopa in the pixels. Hey, Nico. I did not see the Mecha Trump video. What do I listen to? Oh yeah, let's listen to Nine Inch Nails' last album. It's a good one. La Hesitation Marks. That's right. Let the circle come to you. Don't force the circle. Let the circle come to you in time. Let the circle come to you in time. You know how I got these scars? Let's see. Get rid of that. Make that. We're looking pretty good. Things are going okay. Oh, I have seen this. When you said Mecha Trump, I pictured Mecha Hitler from the end of Wolfenstein. I hate you so much, Zach. Let's change it. We're going to make these circles a slightly lower resolution for this. I don't know what else to do about healthcare stuff. I mean, fortunately, both of my representatives are sane Democrats who are fighting this shit tooth and nail. But if that stuff goes through, I am probably going to be super fucked because I already spend, my wife and I, just for the two of us, are just for the two of us, we pay $750 a month and still have a $7,000 deductible, $7,000 deductible. And so yeah, premiums go up. I'm fucked. I'm like might have to get a full-time job fucked because it's too much money. But see, Canada only wants you if you have something to offer. They're pretty strict about, trust me, before the election, I looked into moving to Canada quite a bit, and you all are pretty strict about who you will let in. Maybe we try to find a smile first. I don't know. I think you might overestimate my quote-unquote profile. I think the people that make immigration decisions would look at me and go, "Get the fuck out of here." I mean, I live in Minnesota, which is like pretty it's like as close to Canadian speaking as you can get and still be in the US. What's up, Jeff? Hey, Zippy. Yeah. Face should be crying, shouldn't it? I like that. It'd be pretty messed up if it's got a big old smile and it's crying. It's super fucked up. Yeah, this will be another GIF. Also, hello. Yeah. Oh, so I started a project this week. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you all about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Started a project this week that is going to for Cartridge, which is I'm going to bring it up here. Cartridge is a site for game devs to share work in progress of whatever they're working on. And so I guess I think the easiest way to explain it is kind of like Dribble, but for game devs. And so I'm going to be working with them to create some default artwork for their site. So I'm going to do a couple banner illustrations. So when game devs make a profile page, they can it'll automatically be populated with whatever I make, and I'm going to make a couple default avatars too. So the cool thing is that Ron, who is the founder of this thing, is totally cool with me streaming that work. So what I am going to be doing is we're going to work together to make a schedule, and so I'll have like a schedule for streaming the Cartridge project. And so we'll be working on that together, and that'll be a lot of fun, I think. Yeah, working on that amidst other freelance projects, but that's the only one that matters to you all because it's the only one that I can stream, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. So I think we'll probably start, because I still have to, I'm like gathering research and reference and stuff like that right now, and then we'll be I think I'll be streaming it in earnest next week, so that'll give me time to make some sketches and get all my ducks in a row for that. There's the URL. I think that works. Let's see. Yeah, probably means more streams. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's fun to look through and see what different game devs are working on and stuff. I think that site is a ton more interesting than Dribble. It's like, even though I am a designer and I guess I should be interested in what other designers are working on, I'm kind of not a lot of the time. Kind of not. Let's see. I guess the difference is I don't usually care what total stranger designers are working on. If I have like some connection with someone, then I'm interested in their work, but otherwise I try to avoid looking at mass amounts of work like that just because I don't want it inadvertently influencing me. Oh yeah, this thing will end up on Dribble. I post work occasionally on Dribble out of some stupid paranoia that if I'm not taking every opportunity to get my work out there, that I am also not taking every opportunity to get work, I guess. But no work has ever come from Dribble, so I don't know why I still hold on to this. Bye, fatty lumps. We'll see you next time. Or this time, if you decide to come back, I guess. Let's see here. A majority of my work is word of mouth. Clients or other designers passing my name on to new people. New people, not nude people. Perhaps should enunciate a little more clearly. Yeah, so all word of mouth mostly. And, I like that. That's nice. It's always scares me, though, because it's not... I mean, I guess I've been able to count on it to a certain degree up to now, but I don't know, it doesn't seem very reliable. Doesn't seem very reliable to me. Like, it seems like any time that could just go away. And it freaks me out. But life as a freelancer is... you know, anxieties on top of anxieties. So, learn to live with it, I guess. And then when work dries up, you're like, I knew I should have not stopped posting things on Dribbble, regardless of whether that has anything to do with the situation at hand. That's immediately where your brain goes. I have failed myself in some way. This is my fault. You know, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Hey, congrats on your first designer job. That's great. What will you be doing in your new job? If you want to talk about it. If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine too. Nice. Well, you will learn a lot. Especially with a range like that. With UI, icon design, and wireframing are... I mean, they all obviously fall under the umbrella of design, but they're different skill sets within design. And it's good. I always just think of that sort of stuff as you are applying the same kind of thinking to different projects. But it's all design in the end. Let's see, how are these propellers look? Do I have a specific setup for my Illustrator documents? Not really. Hold on, I'll show you a couple things that I do when I work on this stuff. Shit. So the way that I do it most of the time is I figure out how big my individual pixels are going to be. My individual pixels, the boxes that whatever serve as pixels here. And you can see on the background, turn on my grid with command quotations. So what I do is figure out, so this is four pixels. All these boxes are 4x4. And so in preferences, I go to guides and grids and put a grid line every 4 pixels. And so that helps me see what the pixel grid is going to look like. Right. And then I turn on snap to grid. So snap to grid is on, and then anytime I make a box, it will go to that grid. And then I set my keyboard increment, because I nudge a lot of these with my arrows. So I set my keyboard increment, it doesn't, because you have snap to grid, it's always going to snap to the grid, so your keyboard increment doesn't matter that much, as long as it is below your like pixel size. Because sometimes, see if I set this at 4 pixels and nudge it, let's see if I can get it to do it. Sometimes it works great, other times it's bad. Yeah, sometimes it'll like skip a pixel. It'll skip a grid, whatever. So if you just set your keyboard increment below 4 pixels, it'll just snap reliably to those pixels. Yeah, that's how I do it. Hey, Clag Hamster, thanks. I mean, it could be simpler to use Photoshop, but I like this process more. I like moving around boxes. I like doing it the slow way. I think there's too much emphasis on doing things efficiently all the time. And I think that art and design is not always efficient, and should not always be efficient to get the outcomes that you want. I think sometimes you should slow down, and this is a process that forces me to slow down. That uses dithering in pixel art. Dithering. How do you mean? How do you mean? How do you mean, Jeff? And how is it a dirty word? It's a dirty word because people are always trying to tell you what you can and can't do. Designers love telling people what they can and can't do. Oh yeah, this sort of stuff right here. Yeah, I like that. Do people not like doing that? I don't do it on everything. I do it like on this. I'll do it because it, like, this whole thing is meant to, you know, obviously evoke Bowser's thing. So I try to like mimic the style that they used as closely as possible. But some stuff, like, I don't know if on the Sci-Fi Shovel Knight, if I used any dithering. Yeah, like this I didn't use it at all. That's like solid areas of color. But yeah, I change it up quite a bit. But yeah, like filling in, this is where my process, this is where my process starts to fall apart, is when I have to fill in large areas of pixels, because it just sucks. It's much more attuned for smaller things. Like I've made, like the stuff that I've made in, Photoshop and pixels. Let's see. Experiment. Environment test. Well, that's one of them. I did more complex ones. But yeah, I did this stuff in Photoshop. Oh yeah, lighting on and off, on, off, on, off. I did some other things in Photoshop. I don't know where they are. There's too much stuff on this computer. Yeah, dithering can look bad if you do too much of it, for sure. For sure. No. I have not tried Sprite. Let's see, do I want this to be at an angle, or do I just... I don't know if I should get too caught up in like mimicking the rounds or communicating that it's round. It's obviously round. That's a big circle. Yeah, it's tough because I'm just like not... I'm just not super interested in making pixel art efficiently. I just kind of make it the way that I want to make it, and that's that. Like I've like talked with like some game developers have contacted me about making pixel art for their game, and I'm like, I don't think that the way that I make it suits it's not as quickly as you need it to be made, you know. But they like it because I take my time with it. So that's always the trade-off. I'm just gonna make this thing like fucking pink for now. So I guess I always just want to make like big blocks of color and fill it up. Gosh. Okay. Keep it together. The part where this process gets really dumb is when I animate it and copy each frame and change each frame individually in Illustrator. That's when this gets very stupid. Hey, Leah. Good to see you. It's been a bit. Well, nice. Those are good reasons not to be here. Megs and I are planning a trip for the end of August. We're gonna go check out some national parks after I wrap up a few projects and go visit some friends in Boise, Idaho, and check out time it so that we can check out we'll be on one of the prime paths for the lunar eclipse over there. So that'll be a fun trip. I mean, we own a company named Lunar Saloon. We can't not go see the thing, right? So that's what we're doing. You know, I think that trip could be a business expense, Luke. I don't know. That's up to Megs. Megs, being the accountant, is now is hyper aware as to what we can and can't write off on taxes, because if if we try some shit and don't get away with it, then the government's going to be like, you're an accountant, you should know better. Idaho's almost your neck of the woods? What is your neck of the woods? What is your actual neck of the woods and not almost your neck of the woods? Yeah, I don't know. Megs is up in the air as to whether she's gonna go for a CPA. Yeah, see, that's why Megs might not end up working at a firm because of that, because of those work hours. And, you know, she's looking at other things like working in like local governments as CPA. She worked in a local government when we were in California and really liked it. So she might do that. I don't know. But yeah, the hours at those agencies can be fucking bananas. I thought designers had stupid hours, and then I found out about that whole industry. Changed my tune. I also think Megs just really likes Park and Rec, so she likes local government for that reason too. Okay, I'm just doing this in the slowest way possible, row by row. I don't even care. Megs is definitely a Leslie, I think. Just the amount of enthusiasm and optimism is a Leslie. But then she's, let's see, I don't know. She's the Leslie who is occasionally an April. Maybe. No, fuck that. I'm not Ben. I ain't no accountant. I ain't no accountant with that shitty sense of humor. Also, that show, the whole accountants have terrible senses of humor, is the fucking truth. It is 100% accurate. Take Megs, for example. Poor Megs. She's not even here to defend herself. I can't poke fun at Megs if she's not here to defend herself. I just feel mean at that point. Oh, there she is. No, I'm not wrong. Nothing you can say. Nope, not wrong. Definitely right. Oh, God. See, Meg's being a true accountant. She heard bad joke and woke up from her nap and came to the computer. I don't know. I mean, yes, but I've also been to a lot of designer events, and I think that a lot of designers mistake plaid for personalities. So I feel like we are also in a very bland industry where people want to like talk about typefaces and things. It's just makes me want to die. It's just like, don't you like anything other than design? Don't you want to talk about something fun? Please? Can we please? Do we have to talk about serifs? God, fucking kill me, please. Can we not do this? Hey, there's nothing wrong with baseball caps. Almost stop you right there. It's no bias on my part. You know, I'm just saying baseball caps are okay. Working file. No, not this working file, I do. Trump with your stupid tiny baby hands. Shit goblin. Working file. No, that's not. I do. Working file. About the design practice and its relationship with the world. That's interesting. I don't ever listen to anything about designers. I don't listen to like design interviews or anything like that. Well, no, that's not true. I listen to design interviews of older designers. So, you know, I don't know, 40 plus, I'm listening. Listening to people that are my age, I know how little I know what is going on or what I'm doing. And I don't believe other people when they say they have their shit figured out. I just don't believe it. So I'm a little less inclined to listen to 30-something designers talk about how smart they are. Yeah, so, well, I don't know. I like reading about old design, but reading about current design I'm just not interested. Like, if it was, like, published in, like, 1995 and is about a designer that's still relevant today, I may be interested. If it's published on Medium, I'm not really interested. I'll take a hard pass on that. Excuse me. I got these water burps. Let's see. Select same fill color. I'll make it like, I'm gonna sample that. I'm gonna make it a little lighter. Like that. And then I'll make the outside edge white. Oh god, look at that. It's so close. It just makes my eyes bleed. My eyes bleeding. Alright. So what else is up with you all? We don't like design. We've established this. Or designers. I like that. Let's see. I like that. What was that? Abstract? That series on Netflix? Let's see. Yeah, that's how I feel, Jeff. That's pretty, the Thor Ragnarok poster. That's interesting. I was talking about... that with my buddy Brandon, and I'll bring it up so we can all look at this together. God, I didn't readjust the size of my... I keep doing this. You all need to yell at me about this. Be like, Alex, quit being bad. I keep forgetting to adjust my window so you can see all my tools over here. There we go. It's my fault, but I'm going to blame it on you. Thor Ragnarok. So, I still think it's bad. But I will give them some points for trying something interesting. So I think it's almost good. I think it's almost interesting. The like oversaturated thing is kind of cool, but the colors don't... I don't really feel like they go really well together. It does not feel like a unified palette. It looks like they picked some colors, might be in the movie, might not, bumped up the saturation like crazy, and then put a bunch of paint splatters in there. Why Why the fuck? What is that? So there's a bunch of paint splatters that are in there, which are stupid. And there's like some tramp stamp tribal tattoo hanging out behind Hulk for some reason. And then there's this weird, stupid Halo symbol up here or something. Covenant alien thing. See, but is it lava? I don't... Because there's the same shit down here and it's green. I don't know. I think it's like a filler to busy up the space. And so, because they felt the need to put in all these like busy elements, like you already have crazy saturated color. Why do you need something else? It feels like they're covering their... It feels insecure, I guess. There's enough elements in the core poster there for it to stand on itself, and it feels like they just put a bunch of shit on top of it because they felt insecure or they weren't willing to put in the time to figure out how to make a few elements feel interesting on the poster. That's what I think about it. And the logo is authentic 80s, but this poster is not. And so those things don't work well together at all. I think that's all I have to say about that. I don't know, people emailing Lunar Saloon about potential job opportunities. It's just barking up the wrong tree. I can barely employ myself, let alone someone else. Yeah, it does look like they're going Guardians of the Galaxy. Shit. I spent too much talking and not enough time working on the stream. They also released the Black Panther poster that I thought was really bad, but everyone posted it and was like, hyped! And I didn't want to be a butthole, so I just didn't say anything. But it was not a good poster. Marvel... Oof. I don't think Marvel would know a good poster if it ran them over. Yeah. Thor, Ragnarok. It's pretty good. Dithering is hard and easy to fuck up. Like, it's hard to do along, like, rounded elements like this. That's bad. Why it's bad. Why it's bad. Alright. Let's try doing this. Let's making... Let's try doing this. It's just making the edge a solid color. Make this a solid color. Make this a solid color. The gradients and all the other sections have been much easier. Maybe I'm just trying to be too fancy here. Stick to straight lines. All right, I think it's a good stopping point for the day. It's 4 o'clock. I've been streaming for a bit. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm done. I'm tired and done. So that's it today. Let's see. Tomorrow, I might do like a silent stream kind of thing. I don't know. We'll see. I got a couple projects bouncing around right now. So one of which I can stream, but isn't really in a stage to be streamed because it's still like research and sketches time. And the other one I cannot stream. So it depends on how much I'm doing on the one I cannot stream tomorrow to see if I can stream. How's that? So that's going to be it for today. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out and talking. Chat. Good job, chat. You're much more active than you have been in recent days, of which I am thankful, because it gives me more to talk about. So I'm not just talking to myself like a crazy person. So we'll be back. We'll finish up Trump Bowser at some point. Everyone, have a super great night. And continue having a super great time until the next time I see you. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'll see you next time. Bye.